Welcome to Module 10, and we'll be talking about e-commerce, marketing, and maintenance. So we have the textbook, the chapter 9 and 10, marketing and maintaining your online store. And to market your online store, right, many owners would think that it can take very easy and wait for orders to come. But if you are a new online store in a new brand, they wouldn't know what is or who is or where is that store, right? So if marketing has not taken place before the store launches, how will the target audience know the store exists? They will not, right? So, basically, marketing is the key to let the world that your store exists, right? And there's this type of store, there's this type of service that you have, right? If you do not plan your marketing strategy properly, and basically that could go out of business sooner rather than later. And most businesses think that marketing is just a cost to the business, and they typically are one of the first to have their budgets reduced. But once you start eliminating or reducing your marketing budget resources, and then you'll have harder time to do sales, right? So in marketing, we should learn the four P's, right? We have the product, which is the feature, appearance of goods and services. We have the price. How much is the price? It could be a low, a high. You could also sell at a loss if you're trying to get market share, right? We also have promotion of how they are informed, and the place where the products are made available to the customers, right? And the four C's of marketing, what are the four P's and what do they translate to, right? For the product, it should have to have a customer value, right? Um, any products such as even let's say aesthetics or something that's non-functional, as long as the consumer or the customer sees that there's a value for it, it makes them happy, it gives them status, then it's fine, right? For the price, it is for the consumer, that's the cost, right? The place, uh, right now, we do want a lot of convenience. Used to be that we go to the store, and then we had the malls, and now we have them delivered to our doorstep with Amazon, right? Promotion is how they communicate with us, right? It could be aggressive, subtle. It could be very well thought out, or it's very cheaply made, or is it thought provoking? Is it informative or not, right? That's how the customer perceives it. So the five W's and H, the who, what, when, where, and why, and how, right? Examples would be for promotion is who will be in charge, and what methods and techniques to be used, and when would it begin, right? Where will the promotion take place, and why is it important, and how, okay? You also have to consider your marketing budgets along with the free and paid promotion resources that are available, right? How much would they budget for marketing? And yes, right now there's a lot of free marketing given with the social platform and other online platforms that are free. However, with the paid resource, paid promotion, you could have more targeted and you can have more analytics with your marketing, right? So a common rule of thumb is to spend 5% of the company's total revenue on marketing for online business. Okay. Next is focus on free promotion or marketing resources, right? And there are a lot. Like we have social media such as like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok as well, right? We have YouTube, LinkedIn, Snapchat, e-newsletters, interviews, press releases, custom images, company phone message, coupons and discounts, blogging, Pinterest, right? So there's a lot, right? And even there's a service called, let's say, it's called Zoho Social that allows you to manage all your social media promotions, right? So there we talk about paid social media ads, right? So it can also be customized, right? Again, targeted to your demographic as well, right? and you can specify how much you want to spend, how long the promotion is, and so on and so forth. So in marketing, it should be a continuous job that review frequently, right? So that lets consumers know what is the latest of your product, and we have new features, new services, and also not only that, to remind them of what your brand is, right? Think about like Coca-Cola. They have the same product, but they also maintain their marketing so that uh, consumers are reminded of their brand. So now, let's say you did your marketing and you have launched it. Now it's time to maintain it, right? Um, so it's easier and less expensive to correct an issue by being proactive rather than being reactive, right? It's the same thing as, let's say you're having a car, you're doing maintenance checks and service, right? It would cost some money, but it won't be as expensive when your car breaks down, right? So if we want to do that, you would want to make sure to update your WooCommerce, that making sure that whenever there's an update for security fixes and vulnerabilities, you do want to update the WooCommerce, right? As well as making sure that that version is compatible with WordPress, which most likely is because it's really built for WordPress. So they'll definitely do a fix. Okay, and that's why it's also important to create a backup, so in any time that there are any corruption on the e-commerce database, or again incompatibility and your site goes down, you still have your data with you. Okay, so that's why not only e-commerce, because again e-commerce is a plugin and that's a software, and WordPress is also a software. So whenever there's any patching or update that needs to do to fix security issues and bugs, right, you should do that. And again, backup, so that you can roll back to the previous version if it's not working correctly, right? So it can be updates can be done manually via the file transfer protocol, right? So you grab the whole folder and just copy paste it somewhere else, right? Prior to updating WordPress, make sure to perform the backup, and we do have free plugins or premium backups. So these are the following, like Jetpack, Backup Buddy, Updrive Plus, and Backup WordPress. Plugins are constantly being updated to address bugs and security concerns, or replace an outdated version for the continual operation of your store. It is imperative that all plugins used in your store are not outdated. Outdated plugins could compromise your entire online store and cause it to not work properly or correctly. Yeah, it can be that when a customer accesses your WooCommerce site and the site is not available. Okay, so there are extensions that you can also use um, to add additional features. You have memberships, subscriptions, bookings, and so on and so forth. The components that are needed for your online commerce, right? E-commerce. Okay, so backing up, right? We have mentioned this already. Okay, reinstalling when it's not possible to recover. Okay, and again, whenever your WordPress site is or e-commerce site is down, you have losing a lot of potential sales. So there are several ways to do this. Either you have two of the same e-commerce right site, and you redirect all the traffic to one e-commerce site, right, your one WooCommerce site, and then the other server you put it down and you do a maintenance upgrade, right? And once it's okay, you can now redirect the traffic flow from the unupdated WordPress site or e-commerce and redirect them to the new site, right? Okay, so manually or automatically, it can be stored in cloud services, again meaning in storage, right? So Google Drive, Dropbox, Amazon S3, UpDrops Plus, UpDrops Vault, right? Okay, so you do want to monitor performance as not only to maintain that it's working, but making sure that your website is easily accessible, right? It doesn't take a long time for it to load, um, and making sure the processes that when a consumer adds to cart and purchase, everything is seamless. Okay, so aside from that, you can also monitor cost or expenses with reports and some of the things that you would need in your profit and loss statement. Okay, and then you can now make necessary adjustments based on your data, right? So we already know coupons and discount is a way to attract more consumers to buy your product, right? Encourage them to buy more, okay, and have repeat sales. And you can also have discounts, right? And there's different type of discounts. Okay, so domain name also, because when you purchase a domain name, you have to renew it. Think of it's like a business license, right? You have to renew the domain name that you have, right? There are several plans. There would be 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, and longer, right? It's better to have the longer if you're already sure about your e-commerce. So it helps you with search engine optimization, meaning users can easily search your site in Google. Okay, if not renewed, so if you don't renew your domain name, for one is first it will go to the default hosting providers page. It will say, let's say it's from HostGator or GoDaddy. It would say GoDaddy owns this domain. You can purchase it, and that would be the web page that would be showing instead of your own homepage, right? Let's say your homepage has the products and all, and if didn't renew it and someone purchased it, and then you don't already have that domain. And another way is maybe if someone purchased it and they can also resell it at a higher price, right? Okay, think of it's like your when you're registering your company name as well, right? So if someone owns that name, you can purchase it as well. So automatic renewal is usually chosen so that you don't have this headache. Mm-hmm. Yes, not renewing a domain name causes immediate disruption for sure, and so on and so forth. Okay, providing new products and orders. These are pretty straightforward. You have processing completed on hold. These are the states, right? Canceled, refund. We all know this already as we are consumers with Amazon. So there you go. We have discussed about marketing, maintaining, and adding additional features as well. Uh, Also, make sure that you look on those keywords, right? Such as updating, backing up, right? Performance, and make sure to keep those in check. So if you keep those in check, you'll make your customers happy. If you're the one maintaining this for your customer who has the e-commerce platform, they would be very happy if nothing happens on a day-to-day basis. Okay, that's it for now, and thank you so much.